On a freezing Chicago night, a young man named Daniel was driving home from work. The streets were quiet, the wind sharp. At a red light, he saw an elderly woman sitting alone on a bench near an old, dark train station. She looked frail, her coat too thin for the biting cold, a small suitcase at her feet. Something tugged at his heart. The light turned green and he drove on. She was still there, head bowed. With a sigh, he turned the car around. He parked and walked over. "Ma'am, are you all right?" he asked gently. Her tired blue eyes met his. "I'm fine," she said softly. "Just waiting for my son." Daniel looked at the train station. A heavy chain secured the doors. A sign read, "Closed for renovation since March." He hesitated. "Ma'am, this station has been closed for months." Her lips trembled. "Oh," she whispered, looking down at her hands. "Emery hasn't been very kind to me lately." Daniel sat beside her. Her name was Margaret. She'd recently lost her apartment in Detroit after the building was sold. Her son had promised to get her weeks ago, but now his phone went unanswered. "I don't want to bother anyone," she said. "I thought if I just waited, he would come." Daniel felt a lump in his throat, thinking of his own mother, alone. "Margaret," he said firmly, "you shouldn't be out here tonight." He offered her a ride somewhere warm. She resisted, not wanting to be a bother. "You're not trouble," Daniel insisted. "You're someone's mother." After a moment, she slowly nodded. He picked up her suitcase. It was surprisingly light. Inside, just a few clothes and an old photo album. He drove her to Sonny's Grill, a cozy diner he knew well. The owner, Mrs. Thompson, listened to the story with a kind smile. "Bring her in," she said warmly. "No one waits in the cold on my watch." Soon, Margaret was sitting in a warm booth with a bowl of chicken soup. Daniel saw her hands shaking, so he wrapped his own scarf around her shoulders. Her eyes welled up. "No one has done something like this for me in a long time," she said. Daniel stayed and listened as she shared stories of raising her son alone, working 2 jobs to send him to college. "He used to call me his hero," she recalled with a sad smile. That night, Mrs. Thompson gave Margaret a room above the diner. Before leaving, Daniel wrote his number on a napkin. "If you need anything, just call me." Margaret squeezed his hand. "You have a good heart, Daniel." Life went on. Daniel helped Margaret connect with a local senior center and they kept in touch. Nearly 3 years passed. Then, one morning, Daniel was called into his boss's office. A man in a suit was waiting. "Are you Daniel Harris?" he asked. The man handed him a thick envelope. "It's from Margaret Collins." Daniel's heart skipped a beat. With trembling hands, he opened it. Inside was a letter and a stack of documents. "Dear Daniel," the letter began. "You once saved me from the cold, but more than that, you saved my faith in people." Margaret explained she had reconnected with an old friend who helped her contact a lawyer. It turned out that land her late husband owned, once thought worthless, was rich with natural gas. It had been sold for a fortune. "I have no family who visits me," she wrote. "You treated me like a son when you did not have to." The documents revealed a trust fund she had set up in his name enough to pay off his debts and start his own business. Daniel could barely breathe. The last line of the letter read, "Kindness is never wasted, even when it feels small." He stepped outside, looking up at the sky, remembering that cold night. He almost drove away. He almost ignored that feeling in his heart. But he didn't. And that one simple choice, that small act of kindness, changed 2 lives forever. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who believes that kindness still matters. Thanks for watching.